How much is your employee's daily commute costing you? To be blunt, the daily commute is killing your company's success before 9 a.m. Wondering how? Well, let's take a look. Consider cognitive overload. You want your employees to show up to work ready to dig in and do great work. But by the time they arrive from their commute, their brain is overloaded. Why? Imagine the mental energy needed to navigate their route, find a Starbucks, detour around construction, hear about the latest bombing on the news, and play back in their head the argument they had with their spouse before leaving home. And once they get to work with their head full of swirling thoughts and frustrations, you expect them to run straight into a crucial meeting and make crucial decisions. But have you considered decision fatigue, which refers to the deteriorating quality of decisions made by an individual after a long session of decision making? Like, for example, deciding on the fastest route to work, where to grab a quick bite before getting on the commuter train, how to word their request for a day off, the best place to stand on the subway platform, what to say once they arrive late from a traffic snarl, how many of the day's meetings are must attend, etc., etc., etc. A typical commute taxes mental energy, and yet we expect everyone to get to work once they actually get to work. Oh, yes, once they actually arrive, because so often today's crazy commute results in frequent tardiness. Let's say 20 people are each 10 minutes late during a month-long period and that this is typical. That equals 40 hours of solid work you're losing over a 12-month span. Another observable cost of the daily commute? The 9 a.m. coffee break. You know, once everyone has arrived, already tired and stressed out, they gather a group from neighboring cubicles and head for coffee. No biggie? Well, if you're okay with most of your staff not starting any real work until about 9:30 am or later, depending on how full their inbox is once they're back from Starbucks. Oh, and what do tired, stressed, and pissed off commuters who've exhausted their mental energy before 9 a.m. do once they're at their desks? Errors. Lots and lots of errors, because the ability to focus, stay on track, and motivated had already disappeared before they grabbed their extra hot venti chai latte with no foam. Errors and stress go hand in hand. Imagine the increase in stress your employees have simply because they have to deal with shitty drivers on the highway and rude passengers on the bus. Newsflash, stress and great work do not go hand in hand. But increased stress and a decrease in productivity sure do. That manager that had to wake up at 5:30 a.m. in order to beat the traffic is now dozing off at her desk. Pretty sure she's not scoring high in the productivity scale. Would I be wrong in suggesting that all this stress and decrease in productivity affects your struggling HR department? How long do you think people will want to sit parked in traffic for hours on end before they look for better opportunities from other companies closer to home? And what about those rejected job offers? It's not uncommon to have sought after talent, i.e., the people you want on your team, to not accept your job offer simply because the commute time nears the 30-minute mark. So, is it all doom and gloom? Well, it doesn't have to be. How can you combat the costly commute that's killing your company's success? Get rid of the 9 to 5 nonsense. Some people's brains are built for early morning activity, some for the afternoon. Work with the brain, not against it, and allow people to bypass rush hour altogether by coming in at 10 or 11 and leaving at 6 or 7 when transit has started to calm down. Let your responsible adults that you put through your rigorous hiring practice work from home at least once a week. They'll sleep better and longer, have more energy, likely eat better, and smile because they don't have to iron their pajamas. You really have no excuse not to let this happen when we have tools like Slack, HipChat, Skype, Yammer, email, and that thing called the telephone available to us. Ask around and see who's willing to relocate and be closer to the office. And be generous. Offer moving expenses and the day off for those who will make the move. Obviously, not everyone can relocate. So, if you've got talented people willing to make an hour commute on a grimy, packed, and hot city bus, be a kind hearted soul and contribute to their travel expenses. Subsidize their transit pass, for example. And consider the power of mobile. If you have a bunch of good workers sitting on a commuter train for 60 minutes or more on a daily basis, give them the mobile device they need to get some good work done while en route. And consider that an office hour, like as in pay them for that work. Otherwise, the time spent in transit plus the cost of gas, bus fare, etc., subtracts from their salary and they start to see working for you as not all that worthwhile any longer. Which leads again to hiring success and retention. Offer some perks, support relocation, and consider ways to offset the stress and effort a daily commute requires of a person. There is a big war for talent going on these days. Don't lose out by ignoring the costly commute and its toll on your employees. And finally, as mentioned, connect digital to your success. We have laptops, smartphones, software, webcams, and apps that make it so seamlessly easy to work remotely and increase our productivity and success. So tap into it and be connected. If you'd like some guidance on how that can work for you and your company and bring significant gains and benefits, please connect with me now at digitalfluencycoach.com or by emailing me at jamie@digitalfluencycoach.com. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more good thoughts on good work by subscribing to my YouTube channel.